Mike Jones Beats.
BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. I hope when you woke up this morning, there was rainbows, birds chirping. I doubt it because it's the winter, and other things that causes you to have euphoric feelings. Today's a beautiful day. We're going to have a beautiful day. And I want to start it off by talking about a couple of things. Obviously, I want to know what y'all guys' opinions is on the Tekashi's letter. I want to know if y'all think that's going to help or not. There's a couple of other questions that I'm going to ask you. But before we get started, what up, Hilda? How you doing this morning? What up, William? My brother, Tyree Lynch. Les. What up, Les? Shout out to Arizona. What up, Angel Crispin? How you doing today, Naj? Happy to see you here, Naj Sings. Happy to see you here. What up, Mr. Dap? Like the new name. What up, DSTN, J Marvelous? Who else we got up here? Kenneth O'Leary. Kenneth O'Leary say, hey, Jack and BB in chat. Been busy with Christmas. Hope all is beautiful. I hope all y'all beautiful people is having a great, blessed day. Much love and respect. Salute, my brother. Yes, I'm hoping everybody's having a great and blessed day also. Shout out to James, Carmelita, Jimbo, BP, Ray Dream Chaser. Who else we got up in here? Ray Dream Chaser says, shout out Jack Frost and the BBN fam. Shout out to you, my brother. What up, Liberty Hazelton? She says, rise and grind, BBN family. Happy Friday and highest blessings to all. What up, Astral Prophecy? Say, good, how are you, Frost? I'm doing good, my brother. How you doing? What up, Real Drone? Thanks for telling me that my mic was cracking. I hope I fixed that situation by turning down the volume and just speaking at a different level. I did need to know that, though. Really appreciate you. What up, the real Aaron Collins? I did not know that there was a fake Aaron Collins. What up, June? Who else we got up in here? Dino Sam Gaming. He said, hope mom doesn't find out that I'm staying up watching BBN. Dino Sam, where you from? It's morning. Anyway, what up, Bree Powell? Salute, baby girl. We love Bree. We love Vix. Where Vix at? Who else we got up in Big Hub? Who else we got? Julius East Harlem. Shout out to Harlem. Who we got? PG12MX. Prince to Amir. What up, my brother? Show it spell for us. Nothing fancy here. Show Hey. Show it. Okay, that's what it is. What up, Rocks Beats? Gina Allen. Who else we got up in here? Fly Guy. Who else we got up in here? Purple Haze. Air Picks. Alright. What's your theory? Astral Prophecy. Hebrew. Copy. I got you. I figured you was Hebrew, my brother. I seen the name. You got your brother in here too. You got another Hebrew brother in here. Oh no, that was you I was looking at. That's your name I was looking at. There was somebody, could have been somebody else's name also. Killer of Chickens. Copy. What up, Keisha J? Soleil, how you doing? What up, Seen and Unseen? Boxing. Stay wise. Let's get to it. A couple of things we want to talk about today. Hebrew fam, I got you. I say Hebrew. I thought, okay, we good. Okay, I understand. I get it. There's a couple of things I want to discuss today, right? There's a couple of things that I want to discuss today. You think Takashi was snitching on Trippie Redd? You think Tekashi? You honestly think Tekashi has something to do with the Juice WRLD situation? You know Tekashi's been locked up for a year, right? Come on, man. Not this early. Could we at least wait till we like 20 minutes into the show before y'all start saying some weird stuff? Could we wait until we like 20 minutes into the show, please? God dang it. What else is you gonna blame on Tekashi? Next thing you gonna blame on Tekashi is that shit with Trump? Everything is not Tekashi's fault. Tekashi is the soul snatcher. Tekashi is not snitching on everyone in existence. God dang it, yo. Really? God dang it. Tekashi is not snitching on everybody. Those are memes. They're jokes. They're not, please don't take these memes as reality. They're jokes. Tekashi is not snitching on the whole world. God dang it. I don't know what to tell you. Real quick, anybody that want to know about these skincare products that I'm using, go check out Kimmy Cupcake, Natural Cosmetics and Lip Line. They have a ton of different skincare products that you can use. They're fully organic. They have no chemicals in them. There's no tampering by any scientists. This is stuff that I don't know how holistic it is, but it is definitely organic. They do this great. I love this stuff. I think I'm running out. I hope Kimmy and I need to contact them back, to be honest with you. Anyway, shout out to Prince to Amir for the donation. Appreciate you, my brother, hitting that Cash App. Appreciate you, brother, hitting that Cash App. Alright, so a couple of things we want to talk about this morning, but before we go too far into anything, I want to mention this situation happening with Eric Holder's father first, if y'all don't mind. Eric Holder's father has passed away, for everybody that don't know. Shout out to the UK. What up, Dave Brown? Yes, definitely support black businesses. Coincidentally, this is a black-owned business. Support. So anyway, for everybody that Eric Holder's brother was born. No, that picture's from 1970. I was about to say, come on, get out of here. Eric Holder's father. There's some allegations going on out there. I don't know which one of these I'm gonna read, but apparently Eric Holder's father has passed away. There's some people that they're saying it's mysterious. Other people are saying that he was murdered. I'm not gonna go too far into this. I don't know uh which side to go with, but basically Eric Holder's father has passed away. I'll read. Let me try to find a reputable source. I like Hip Hop Overlord. I've gotten some good stuff from them. I haven't seen them talking too crazy. Mm. Give me 1 second. Let me just skim this Hip Hop Overlord. Uh, okay. Basically, I don't know if I'm not going to use that. But basically, there have been four, I believe, Eric Holder relatives that has passed away since the Nipsey Hussle situation, where since Nipsey Hussle was, I don't know if you want to call it assassinated or not. I think assassinated would be the appropriate word. Since Nipsey Hussle was assassinated, there has been four deaths in Eric Holder's family. I feel bad that if any of that is has anything to do with the Nipsey Hussle murder. I feel bad for Eric Holder's family if they got caught up in this and they're just reaping the how do you say repercussions of somebody else's actions. Real quick, I want to explain something. We need to understand that our actions affect other people. People need to get off of this whole. See, that's another reason why I don't like this new hate culture. Because this hate culture is built on our actions only reflect his hate culture is built on me. So once we think me, we not paying attention how our actions affect others. I'm giving an example. If you're a racist and you don't like black people and you go on a racist tirade and you use the N-word, and the company in which you work for decides that they don't want to have you working for them anymore, it's not the people's fault who let the company know what kind of person they had working for them. It's literally your fault because your actions led directly to your firing. You decided to go on a racist tangent about how you don't like blacks or Puerto Ricans or even I guess a black person talking about they don't like white people or whatever the case is. You did that. Your actions directly led to you not being employed. And then you cannot get upset at the job. You can't get upset at the people who you insulted, that you don't have a job no more, that you don't have, your former employee. You can't get upset at them and then say how you're going to feed your kids. You should have thought how you was going to feed your kids before you did the thing to get yourself removed from your position. The point in which I'm making is when you go out there and you do things to people, shit comes back. Period. 4 people from Eric Holder's family have passed away after the Nipsey Hussle situation. Think about this the next time you think about going and doing some foolishness that is not necessary. Think about this the next time you get upset and you think about hurting somebody. Think about this the next time you get upset and then you think about exposing people to your real you. Think about this. To stop spreading hate. We need to stop spreading hate. We need to stop encouraging foolishness. We need to stop letting people that are doing evil think that they doing good. Stop helping people go to hell. I think that's the best way to put it. Stop helping people send themselves to hell. Stop doing it. Definitely stop the hate. Something I want to get on to real quick before we get to the Tekashi thing, also revolving around definitely spread compassion. That's a whole fact. Stop the hate. Well, we can't stop all sinning. Sin is basically a way of living nowadays. But what we can do is we can take inventory of ourselves. Instead of saying, you stop doing that, you stop doing that, we can look at ourselves and say, maybe I should stop doing that and I should stop doing this. But people don't do that. All they want to do is they want you to change so their lives are easier. You feel me? That's what people often want. They want you to change so their lives are easier. They're not thinking about changing to make their own life easier. Because realistically, if there's things that we can do inside of our own lives that if we change these things, our lives will become easy. Yes, we should always set an example. That's a fact. Yes, people they love to tear other people down. That's a fact. Often people think I'm gonna explain something real quick. Y'all know what we do over here. We the news, right? To a degree, we media. Anytime I report something that people don't like, they say, "Why are you hating on me?" And I'm busy thinking to myself, "Why did you do the thing?" You're concerned with us discussing the thing that you did. You're not concerned with the fact that you did the thing. We're talking about Tekashi today, so I'll bring up a situation that happened inside of the Tekashi situation. And that was his baby mama going on Vlad. Now, with all of this being said, she was set up. I feel bad for her because she didn't know no better. Because the people who were advising her were purposely, they had a motive that had nothing to do with the advancement of her career. You understand what I'm saying? The people who advised her had a motive. That motive had zero to do with the advancement of her career. We're not saying F people, astral prophecy. We don't do that. All right, we don't say F people. Why everybody want Vix to follow him? Vix is the real celeb in here. That's a fact. I feel bad for her. Like, let's say she was somebody that I don't really feel like, I don't dislike her at all. But if she was somebody that I felt bad for, if she was somebody that I disliked, I would still feel bad for her. Because they sent her on that show. Vlad already exposed somebody, I'm not going to say who, as individuals who basically set her up to throw her on the pyre. For everybody that don't know what a pyre is, that's like the fire. And it's like you stack stuff on the fire to make a giant, like, they set her up and threw her on. Look at my landlord yelling and screaming. I'm trying to do my show here. He's yelling and screaming. But when that rent come, he gonna want his money, right? But he yelling and screaming about me being at work, right? You see how people do you? Anyway. You see how people do you? That's my landlord up there. He's yelling and screaming because he doesn't want me to do my show. But when the rent is due, he's going to want his money. You see how people do you? Anyway, hold on. Let me go. So basically, you got to look at it like this, just so we can be clear. They set her up. They threw her on that show. That was wrong. Then they sent Vlad stuff to expose Takashi that was only going to make her look bad. Then they let her know, nah, just answer all the questions. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm dead serious about the landlord. He's always trying to ruin my show, but he also wants his rent paid. I don't know what to tell you. Let's not talk about that, though. Let's go on to something else. Yeah, he always wants his rent paid, but he also don't want me to work. So I don't know what to talk about. Anyway, we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna leave that alone though. Anyway, just so we could be, y'all don't have the slightest idea what I got to deal with on an everyday basis, and I still come here and I'm trying to be happy and I'm fucking. we gonna get it. You feel me? Oh man, yo. Anyway, we not talking about that. The point in which I'm trying to make is they took Tekashi 6ix9ine's baby mama, put her on a platform, set her up, gave her questions that they know was gonna make her look bad because they was trying so hard to make Tekashi look bad. They made her look bad, in my opinion. Look, Tekashi cheated on her with a ton of strippers. Let's keep it a stack. This is what I heard. I heard they was just lining the strippers up for Tekashi to sleep with a different woman every night, damn near. 2 and 3 of them. This is what I heard. I don't know how true this is, but this is what I heard. So when she says that, she's actually being extremely accurate. But as far as I know, when Tekashi first got locked up, she was still supporting him. She stopped supporting Tekashi as soon as that truck was bought for the Jade girl. They tricked her. They sent her on that. They sent her on that Vlad platform. They made her hurt her credibility. They was attacking. They was so busy trying to attack Tekashi. Apparently there's an individual. I don't know who it is. I do know who it is, but I'm not going to say their name. But apparently there's an individual who now doesn't want to come back to this country of America because there's some kind of fear of something or other. I don't know how accurate this is, but I did hear that there's a certain individual that left America and now is refusing to come back to America. That in itself should be proof that this individual had no good intentions for Tekashi's baby mama. Shout out to Patrick N for the donation. He said for the landlord to go to Starbucks. I don't know what's wrong with this guy, yo. Please don't say that person's name in the comment section because I do not want to get hit with YouTube problems. But thank you for the support. What's up? Let's talk about it. Shout out to Mr. Sex Money. I'm just saying it was a manager. A manager is allegedly out of the country, ain't coming back. People are upset at Vlad. I'm going to tell you what I believe Vlad do. What's up, Rondell? I'm going to tell you what I believe Vlad do. Vlad creates controversy. But when you go on Vlad and you do Vlad's show the right way, your numbers go up. That's not disputable. When you go on Vlad's show and you do Vlad the appropriate way, your numbers go up. That's not disputable. Ray J went on Vlad, all of a sudden his whole visibility and everything blew up. It happens to a lot of people. They go on Vlad, now all of a sudden they start getting phone calls from people that they didn't even know they was going to get phone calls from, and they start making more money. They have more contacts. So with that being said, I understand what Vlad's platform is for. Amarion did Vlad right also. It's just that people are going on Vlad's program and they don't understand what the platform is. So when they go on Vlad, what they do is they say the wrong things. They do the wrong things. Because they, one, so eager to please. Never be eager to please anybody except for somebody who's eager to please you. I want to talk about this New Jersey thing, but we're already into this, so we'll talk about this a little bit longer because I do want a couple of things I want to say about this whole Vlad situation. You want to know when, in my opinion, Her team should have told her to stay away from Vlad. I understand why they did Vlad, but I'm telling you right now, when Vlad decided to ask every single person who came on that program about Tekashi 6ix9ine's about Tekashi just in general, anybody that knows Takashi personally was supposed to stay away from that program. That's just management 101. Like, that's not even. I'm not even saying anything like. That's just management 101. That's literally just basic management. Oh man, this person wants you to come on this program. Really? Yes, but every person that comes on the program, they want them to talk about your ex. Nah, we not going on that. Think about that for a minute. Yo, we have the opportunity to do this program. They call Vlad, by the way. We have the opportunity to do this program. Really? Yeah. But every single person that comes on this program, they ask them about your ex. Nah, we not doing that. It's that simple. It's really that simple. Vlad gets over, and I'm only saying get over. I don't mean get over like get over on somebody. I'm saying win. Vlad wins because people were so thirsty to go on his program. Period. If those same people decided to go talk to somebody else, there's a good chance that they wouldn't get those same numbers, but they would still get numbers. They would still. If Ray J came and did an interview with me right now, you don't think I'd do numbers with Ray J interview? I do fucking numbers with a Ray J interview. Shout out to Ant Learn with the donation, $2 drive. He said, good morning from Dade County, Florida. Shout out to Dade County. If, I don't know, Omarion came and did an interview with me, you don't think he gonna do numbers? He's gonna do numbers. If Omarion gonna do an interview with Doc Hicks, you don't think it's gonna do numbers? It's gonna do numbers. Shout out to Doc Hicks. I'm just explaining. And I don't think Vlad does anything wrong. I think people go on his platform and he does the thing that he does. That's it. I just think they set that young lady up. That's all. Her management set her up. Now her management is in a whole nother country and they ain't coming back to America no time soon. Shout out to them. Sending me messages every now and then talking about how she gonna sick her lawyers on me. Shout out to you. That's why I don't want to even mention her name. Don't mention her name. I'm tired of her talking about all the lawyers she's sicking on me. Wait, Juno says he worked for the FBI. Every rapper that was doing things outside of rap and went on Vlad is now in jail. I don't think that's correct. I'm pretty sure there are a ton of people who went on Vlad and are not in jail and are doing things outside of the law. I don't know. I'm just saying. If you think that the only ones that got caught was the ones that was doing something outside of the law, first of all, 90% of them dudes 90% of the rappers that go on Vlad probably got a drug problem. So I'm hoping I don't have to go no further. Yes, Trey D. People like Trey D know how to answer questions. That's a fact. Look, these dudes are setting themselves up. I think that it was just later James Belcher. All right. Drive safely. Tell Tina I said what's up. A lot of people do very well on Vlad. A lot of people do good on Vlad. You understand what I'm saying? And the funny thing is, I'm going to tell y'all something. So I'll be at events sometimes. I don't always videotape some of the events I go to. So I go to events sometimes on the low, right? I be seeing people. and they treat me like I'm gonna go, like I'm trying to get them caught up, right? Sometimes, right? But these same people will go on Vlad and have gone on Vlad. I don't know what to tell you. And they treat me like I'm out to get them. Shout out to them though. That's happened. That's happened quite a few times, by the way. Not like they don't know who I am. Like I'm trying to get them caught up, just so we can be clear. Some people honestly don't know who I am. I'm nobody to know who they are, so we can be just clear. I'm not talking about people not knowing who I am. I'm talking about people who know who I am. Let's switch over to something real quick. Hold on, give me 1 second. We're gonna turn on a little bit of music, by the way, because currently my landlord just has his dog running back and forth upstairs as he yells at him. So I don't know what to tell you. This guy is a weirdo. I don't know what to tell you. Shout out to him though. So I'm gonna turn on a little bit of music for y'all, so y'all won't have to hear any of the whatever in the background. Yo, Jack, no BS. The Knight Rider ad just popped up. That dope took me way back. A Knight Rider ad. Word? Wish I would have saw that shit. Y'all need to start watching these ads. Anyway, Adam 22. I like all of their platforms, by the way. I like Adam 22 platform. I like Vlad's platform. You know, just people don't know what the platforms are for, so that's why they get upset at these guys. Alright, so I want to move over and talk about the situation that happened in Jersey real quick. First, I got something that I want to say regarding that. But before we even get to the thing that I have to say regarding that, I want to express something specifically. I'm gonna go look at and see if there's any updates first, so I can make sure that I'm caught all the way up before I tell you what is a possibility of what happened. And I don't know if this is what actually happened, but what's a possibility of what happened and why I think so.
One thing I love about Disney is that everyone can be a princess.
Also, shout out to Disney Plus. I love that shit. Anyway, what up, King A Supreme? He says support the grind. This is a dope channel with great conversation and information. Appreciate you, Supreme. I hate that guy. I gotta see a whole commercial before I can see the thing I want to look at. So shout out to that. I am watching. I am letting the commercial play though. It's a whole fact. Okay, so now they're trying to say that there's new photo evidence of the vehicle. What in the hell? Okay, so this is a problem I have. They actually literally showed a U-Haul van the other day, right? Now they're trying to say that this is the van that did it. That is not a U-Haul van. That was not a U-Haul van. That is not a U-Haul van. you're gonna have the thing there in the middle of the. But look, that is not a U-Haul van. For everybody that don't know, U-Haul says U-Haul on the front and on the back of the van. That is not a U-Haul van. Now they're trying to pass that off as the van that was used. That is not a U-Haul van. This is why we have to pay attention. Because when we don't pay attention, they change, they move the field goal post back. You feel me? They try to change everything. That is not a U-Haul van. Hold on, we got the video. Right? Hold on, let me show y'all this real quick. Y'all seen that van, right? With no writing on it. Now check this out. Watch this. For everybody that has missed it, I'm just gonna so y'all can have a nice little update. So we can be clear on something. I do say that shit a lot. I swear I do. Hold on, let me look for it real quick. I'm gonna find this real quick. I forgot who sent it to me. I forget who sent it. Here we go. Look at this van. You seen the van I just showed y'all? Now look at this van over there. Does that van, those two vans look the same? Look at that van. You see the one with the door open? Do that van look like the same van we just saw? No, that was not the kidnapping van. Hold on. Look at the caption under it. Always somebody trying to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. This shit is crazy. Does that say kidnapping van under the, hold on, who thinks that says kidnapping van under the picture? Who thinks that says kidnapping van? I'm curious. And just so we can even be more clear, these are the people of that community. This is the actual video. There is no kidnapping. That's just what people do in here. They just, everything I say, they try to figure out a way to say I'm wrong. So don't pay that no mind. People do that all the time. Shit is retarded. Now, this shit is retarded. Every time I say, shout out to Trucker Rob. Every time, yeah, he was about 85%, 80 to 85% accurate. Every time I say something, you just got, this shit is crazy. So now, they trying to even act like it's a whole different van than what it actually was. What's up, Mickey? What's up, Urban Insight? No, I'm pretty close to the policies of YouTube. I don't break none of the policies of YouTube. Okay? Now, please explain to me how those are both the same vans. Now, please explain to me how those are both the same vans. Alright, it's cool. Graham's on deck. Don't worry about it. But you know how people do me over here. Every time I say something, you always got one person pop up to be like, Frost can't be right. He just gotta be wrong. Because it don't matter how right I am. Supreme Duncan said, peep game. They're saying it was a stolen U-Haul, so people can't question them about who rented the van. Yep, because there is discretion between Jews and blacks who had the van. Oh, because there is a discretion. What up, Darren Watson? Okay, so I'm gonna explain something. Listen to me real quick. Listen to me real quick. Alright? Real quick, listen to what I gotta say. I do believe that black people walked into the store and there was a shooting that happened, right? We had two people call up. One of the people said that two black people walked in the store, shot the place up, got out the store, left, right? The second person said there was never no black people in the store. There was just two separate communities of Hebrews, of Jews, that not Hebrews, Jews, Jewish people who pulled up on one set of Jewish people, pulled up on the other set of Jewish people and started firing into the store because they just whatever, right? Let me tell you what I think happened. I'm not saying that this is accurate. I might be wrong, and I'm not saying that this is exactly... Did I fix my watch? Because, I have a mechanical watch. For everybody that don't know, most of my watches are mechanical. So when I take them off at night, or if I wear my other watch, I got to reset the damn thing every time. So, hold on, give me 1 second. So, basically... One person is saying that the black people never were in the store. The other person is saying the black people had gotten away because the Jews were shooting at each other. Jewish people were shooting at each other. I do not know Jewish people to be having shootouts with one another. So I don't know what the fuck that came from. But, part of my language. But, what could have happened is both of their stories could be halfway correct. First thing I'm going to say is it's extremely plausible. For everybody that don't know, there's a lot of problems that's happening in that community because of the differences between the way the black Americans that live there are conducting themselves and the Jewish individuals that live there conducting themselves, and they're just at ends with each other, just so we can be clear. I don't know no other way to put it. That's all I'm saying. They're at ends with each other. They're at odds with each other. So, this is how both of those stories can be a little right. Some black people do pull up in the store. From what I heard, that these black people were not Hebrew Israelites. I'll even go further into why I don't think they were Hebrew Israelites in a minute. They're trying to blame Hebrew Israelites in the media. I have no idea why they're trying to blame Hebrew Israelites in the media. But they're trying to blame Hebrew Israelites in the media. I'll explain why I don't think they're Hebrew Israelites. But hold on. Two black people pull up into the store. I could turn this music off. Two black people pull up into the store. Right? They go into the store, they start shooting, they kill people. Right? The Jewish people arrive before they can leave. That's why they're shooting into the store as they get out of the van. By the time the police get there, the only people that are still there with weapons is the Jewish people. The police pull up, don't know what the hell is going on. A shootout invokes. A shootout happens. I believe that there's a possibility that is what might be something closer to what happened. Because apparently they have dead bodies. A man and a woman. Now, this is why I definitely don't believe that Hebrew Israelites had anything to do with this. I've never seen a Hebrew Israelite go with a woman into a fight. I've never seen Hebrew Israelite women put on the front line to fight. I've never seen that, and as far as I know, that is not something that they do. Has anybody here ever heard about, hold on, has anybody here ever heard about Hebrew Israelites sending their women to fight, physically fight? You have heard of Hebrew Israelites sending their women to fight. You have never heard of Hebrew Israelites sending their women to fight. Can we get a vote, please? I've never heard of this. Just so we could be clear, I've never heard of Jewish people sending their women to fight either. Just so we could be clear. I haven't seen neither one of these two groups of people send their women to fight. So why would they send a female to go into a shootout? I got another point I want to make. This is the man, I didn't want to show him the other day, and I didn't want to show him for multiple different reasons. But we're going to show him today. His name is David Anderson. This is the man that they're calling a Hebrew Israelite and saying that he went into the store to shoot out. Who here thinks he looks like a Hebrew Israelite? You think he looks like a Hebrew Israelite? You don't think he looks like a Hebrew Israelite. Yeah, we're not calling people to women. We're not calling women the B word, and we also are not talking about putting hands on women. Okay, Astro? Don't worry, Astro. You just earned yourself a timeout. You'll be back. Could we get a hourglass and some watches for Astro because he just earned himself a timeout? All in good fun. All in good fun. Let's get some hourglasses up there and some watches, some clocks. They're saying that this guy is a Hebrew Israelite. I am sorry. I do not believe that this guy is a Hebrew Israelite. I'm sorry. I look more like a Hebrew Israelite than that guy. Hebrew Israelites don't keep closely cropped hair. So now you're trying to tell me that this dude, who to me does not look like a Hebrew Israelite, went into the store with his woman to have a shootout and kill people. Oh, wait, hold on. We got a picture of the woman somewhere. I think somebody sent me a picture of the woman. Hold on. Somebody sent it. I just don't remember who. Somebody sent me a picture of the woman. Team, can y'all get together a picture of the young lady, please? Somebody sent it to me. I don't know where it's at. That dude doesn't look anything like a Hebrew Israelite. I'm sorry. You can't tell me. You can't convince me. You can absolutely, yeah, that next somebody's going to say Tekashi line this up. Tekashi put a hit in. That's just jokes. People passed away. I apologize about that. I thought about it after I said it. I apologize about that. But the point in which I'm trying to make is, one, Tekashi gets blamed for everything. And two, that does not look like a Hebrew Israelite at all. Bree is on point as usual. Please explain to me, when has anybody, I'm not saying anything about conspiracy. This is not a conspiracy theory channel. We're discussing a topic. Once again, I'm going to say this again. This is not a conspiracy theory channel. This is not a conspiracy theory. We're just discussing a topic intelligently as possible. That does not look like a Hebrew Israelite to me. I'm sorry. And I don't know Hebrew Israelites to bring their women to a fight with them. They don't even go preach on the street with their women. Anybody ever seen women out with the Hebrew Israelites while they're preaching? Has anybody seen this? Show of hands. You've seen Hebrew Israelites out in the street preaching with their women. With their women. You have not seen Hebrew Israelites out in the street preaching with their women. I haven't. I haven't. And I be on 125th. And they be on 125th. I've never seen it. They think, let me preference my words appropriately. There are people who think black people are dumb. There are people who think that white people that live in the rural country is dumb. They think that we're both the same type of dumb. I'm going to explain this. I'm going to repeat this. There's people who think that, good morning, Flower Bloom. There's people who think that black people are dumb. These same people think that Caucasian people that live out in the middle of, like, you know, in the middle America, they think that they're dumb also, and they think that we're the same type of dumb. I'm going to repeat this again. There are people who think that black people are dumb. These same people think that Caucasian people that live out in rural America is also dumb. They play the same type of, no, I just want to make sure I say this appropriately. Similar type of BS happens to both groups. And that's the number one reason why whenever I see somebody that's one of the Caucasian people that live out in rural America that have the same type of problems that we have in the big city, as far as the politics and the policies of the environment that we live in being similar, and they hate black people, I look at them like, do you really know what's going on? Do you really know what's going on? I want y'all to go look at some of the bills Obama signed. The majority of the bills that Obama signed helped people in rural America. Obama was signing bills into legislation that was helping the people who was calling him the N-word and hate him. The people that voted Trump into office, and Trump has done nothing for them so far. Now I'm going to say this again. What I believe happened is 2 people ran up into that building. I believe 2 people ran up into the building. When they ran up into the building, for whatever the reason is, there was a shootout. Them shooting, other people getting killed. This is something that y'all might not understand about these Jewish communities. They're really tight-knit. So when they pulled up, they didn't have to come from a mile away. When the Hebrew people pulled up to help and support their families that was getting shot down by these black people that walked up into their store, they was probably around the corner. Because when they come to a neighborhood, they buy all the stores, they buy the whole block. Then they move to the next block. Now I'm going to say something right now. Pay attention. Pay very close attention to this next thing that I'm going to say. That store that was shot up was probably belonged to the head of whatever that section is. Whatever their community is, that store that got shot up belonged to the head of it. You want to know why I think this? It was across the street from a school. Where's the safest place you could put your headquarters? There's so many laws surrounding what you can and can't do around a school. Where's the safest place you could put your headquarters? Across the street from one. You don't have to worry about the police getting there quick. I didn't say it was a Jewish community. Black gamer. Please stop trying to go off track and say things that I'm not saying. Just because they have a community there doesn't... Okay, you don't understand. Okay. They put their headquarters across the street from the school. Whoever that person is that owns that stuff across the street from the school, 9 times out of 10, they're the head of whatever their Jewish community is over there. They're the head of whatever community that is over there, they're the head of it. I'm going to assume. Because they took their base and they put their base of operations across the street from a school. Ensuring you're not going to have a whole bunch of drugs over there. So that means that the gang members is going to be treated, even if they're on the blocks right to the side and the blocks in back, they're not going to be on that street. Safest place to. Thank you, DSTN. He's not going to be happy until you give him a couple of timeouts. Look at his comments. He's not going to be happy until you give him a couple of timeouts. And we don't use the N-word in here. Okay, I'm going to explain this again. I'm not talking about what happens in that community. In the normal area, like in New York City, the normal, and you go to any regular place, you keep drugs away from the school because you're going to get more time for dealing drugs there. Listening is very critical, and people don't tend to listen. They tend to, you're 100% right, Urban Insight. Nah, we're not going to hit him with his bags. Can we get some clocks? Could we get some clocks and some hourglasses for homeboy that's sitting over there in his timeout? Drug-free zone. Thank you, Astral Prophecy. Yeah, let's get some clocks up there. No, he's not. We're not hitting him with his bags. You said you throwing bags today, Mocha? Let's get some clocks up. Are you sitting in that corner? Your time is. Don't worry. You're going to be back. He reflecting. That's a fact. Learn to use your words better, man. We don't know exactly what happened. My point is that we don't know what happened. My point is the stories that's coming out just don't seem like they align with the truth. If you want to say that these two black people went in there and shot the place up, fine. I'm with that. I'm not with that. I'm saying I can understand that. Right? We also got confirmation from one of the people that live in the area that two black people did go in the store and shoot the store up. We're not arguing that. What I'm saying is what makes you think they were Hebrew Israelites? And why is it so important to blame Hebrew Israelites? Why is it so important to them to blame any group of people? I agree, Ron Durr. We need that meme. As far as I know, the only evidence that they have of any type of organizational thing is a letter that I don't know black people to leave letters of crimes. Has anybody, real quick vote, who have you seen or heard of black people committing crimes and then leaving letters talking about the crime that they just committed? You've seen and heard of this thing? It's normal? You've not seen and heard of this thing, and it is not normal. Curious. Let's have a quick vote. The drug game is definitely not working no more because the drug game has been taken over by the pharmaceutical companies. Left a manifesto. I've never heard of these things. This is completely new. This is new to me. This is not, no, it's not even a white guy thing. I'm going to tell you what it's a guy thing. I'm going to tell you something. Listen to me very closely. Do you know, and this is not a conspiracy theory thing, this is just a question. How often do you think a crime gets committed, the person really don't leave a note, but then mysteriously they find the note so they can wrap everything up in a nice clean bow? How often do you think that might happen? How often do you think that happens? Because right now, in my opinion, I don't think we could have really, this is a perfect example of a case where you can question that this is literally something that they do. That this happens, and it has probably happened before. And we've never had a case that is so cut and dry with black people don't leave letters. We ain't writing notes to nobody. A manifesto? Have you ever text with a black person? It's all emojis and abbreviations. How did that damn manifesto look? You ever text a black person? It's the most. Cause I be reading, people be texting me stuff, and I be sitting there like, how the hell they expect me to understand this shit? So serious. People be texting me, and I be looking at them, be like, God dang it, now I gotta use Google. Come on, man, get out of here. And a pipe bomb. And a pipe bomb. Somebody put my email up there for Ron Durr. And I could read the chat. And a pipe bomb, freaking mocha. And a pipe bomb, come on, man. Come on. You just can't, it can't be serious. Don't even make sense. It don't even make sense. Now my landlord is pissed off, right? He went where we could hear him even more. So that's why I turned the music back on. So now he's pissed off that every time he tries to annoy me, that I talk about it. He can't just not do the thing that's trying to fuck me up. He can't not do that. He just wants to be able to do it, but don't want me to talk about it. You see how people do you? I try to tell you, man. Watch out to those. Watch out how people treat you. Yeah, he's trolling me. I get trolled all the time. This shit is retarded. Black people ain't dealing with no damn pipe bombs. Get out of here. Nobody's doing that. Yeah, he's gonna go do the thing that to like try to screw me over, but he's upset when I mention it. So he came closer. He literally came closer. He's standing right outside my door now. This shit is crazy. Anyway, we're not even talking about that. Nah, I'm not going. I don't look for problems. I'm not going and looking for no damn problems. So every black people, all people, stop looking for problems. Black people don't use no damn pipe bombs. Watch, next they're gonna try to say he's part of Al Qaeda or something. Is Al Qaeda still even around? Next they're gonna say he was in communications with somebody from the Middle East or Palestine. Watch. No, I know it was a joke, and then I told a joke. He said it was a joke. Yeah, I know it was a joke. Then I told a joke. I can't tell a joke after your joke. Definitely spread the love. We gotta spread the love, man. I just don't think that it was. I just don't think that it was. How do you say? I don't think it was Hebrew Israelites. I think that don't even make a sense. Don't even make sense. You feel me? You trying to tell me that the dudes that stand on the corner all day long preaching, now what they decided to do was their next step from standing on the corner and preaching was running dead up into an establishment and killing people. That's too far of a jump. That's just too far of a jump for me. They went from standing on the corner preaching. You know what the Hebrew Israelites would have did? I'm telling you what I think Hebrew Israelites would have did. They would have parked their asses a couple of stores away from that particular store and talked about how they got to get them people up out of their community before they're going to run up in the store and start shooting. That's just my opinion. Who thinks that's more plausible? I just don't think it was Hebrew Israelites. That's all I'm saying. I just don't think it was Hebrew Israelites. Even if the person who did it was, which I don't think, a Hebrew Israelite, I don't think this was a concerted effort. Mr. Dapp, who lives in Canada, by the way, Mr. Dapp lives in Canada, says, I had a friend who made numerous explosives. This was over 10 years ago and he was very black. Mr. Dapp has the one black friend that makes bombs. Mr. Dapp in Canada. What part of Canada you live in, homie? The part closest to Russia? He ain't all black. That's a whole fact. Oh, you said had. Yo, he ain't black no more? The point is about him being black. I don't care about him being your friend. Oh, he was a nerd. Alright, so I could kind of get behind that. Nerds do shit. I'm telling you right now, if anybody ever tell you I was making a bomb, I'm never making a bomb. Because I don't want that shit blowing up on me. That's a whole fact. We're not gonna let that go. Nope, Mocha. Nope, that's not going. That's not going, Mocha. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, Mocha. I took that one dead off. We ain't doing that. You're gonna have to think of another way to be funny. We're not doing that one. The blacks in Canada technologically advanced. No, the blacks in Canada are... I don't know what to tell you. I don't care how technologically advanced I am. I ain't making bombs. Driving around with a pipe bomb. Get the... Matter of fact, if you making bombs, stay away from me. How about that? I want to make sure everybody knows right now. I don't care what race you are. You making bombs? Stay away from me. Alright? I don't want no parts of that. Just so we can be clear. I gotta say stuff like this periodically. I don't want no parts of bombs. Bombs go off and you kill everybody. You be killing people by accident. Stay away from me. You making bombs? You okay with killing kids, women, old people? You okay with killing everybody? It's one thing to be like, yo, I'm gonna make a bomb. It's a whole nother thing to make the damn thing. Stay away from me if you're making bombs. I'm pretty sure at some time in our lives, every single which one of us talk about we's gonna blow some shit up. Every single which one of us, at one time or another, got so pissed off at somebody, we said that we was gonna blow some shit up. I get it. But I'm not actually making any bombs. So you and your bomb making ass, you stay on the other side of the street. Yes, over there. I ain't talk about bombs. Somebody come up and be like, yo, I got this bomb. Like, what? How good does she look? That's that's the only bombs I want to be around. Is she fine? Other than that, keep them bombs over there. Screw that. Bomb? Why we shouting out Bernie Mac? Shout out to Bernie Mac. Why we shouting Bernie Mac out though? See, this is the thing you got to understand about that area. That area is like a hop, skip, and a jump away from New York City. So you basically get New Jersey real estate prices, but you can get to New York City like this. So you can work in New York City and live out there. Yeah, the FBI, the number one thing the FBI is supposed to be going after is black extremist groups and animal rights activists. I don't know if they changed that shit in the last like 6 months, but that's the number one thing that the FBI was going after. Black extremist groups 1, animal activists 2. I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna be at the courthouse on the 18th. That's a whole fact. Yeah, we talking, but we ain't making no damn bombs. That's a whole fact. That's what Black Gamer. Look, man, I just don't. People get timed out every day, B. So you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. Oh, what he said. You ain't never know a black terrorist a day in your life when you gonna get dynamite. Oh, I didn't know. I never heard that joke. What he said. You ain't never know a black terrorist a day in your life where you gonna get dynamite. And from who? That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact, yo. What the hell? Black extreme. We ain't got no bombs. What's wrong with you? Anyway, we got to find out what happened. Obviously, not enough information has been released. I think the biggest problem and issue here is that us as the black community, we should be wary of the white media. And I don't mean to say it like that, but I'm saying it like that. We should be wary of the white media. We should be. I'm not trying to say that the white media is always trying to make us out to be the bad guy, but when other people are making us out to be the bad guy, I don't believe they're always doing their due diligence to find out what really happened. I think often they just take whatever information is given to them and run with it. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not blaming them, saying that they're purposely trying to help people put out a false narrative. But what I'm saying is if somebody was trying to put out a false narrative, often the liberal, and I don't even want to say liberal, I want to say the white media often just allows for them to push whatever narrative that is and don't always do the investigative work that they can. Look at the investigative work they did in the Trump situation. They went hard in the Trump situation trying to find out exactly what was going on with this stuff. Trump didn't think I'm telling you right now, the reason why Trump was acting the way Trump was acting, he didn't think in 1 minute that they was going to go so hard on him to find out what the hell was really going on. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I don't think Trump thought that they were going to go as hard as they went trying to expose what he might or might not have done in the Oval Office. That's what I think. Supreme Duncan says, a lot of times the media just wants to be the first to put the news out, so they go with whatever they told rather than investigate first. Now, with that being said, I'm going to say something. Putting the news out first is so helpful. There's a YouTube channel. I'm not going to say what channel it is. I've seen them put out bad video after bad video after bad video. Just so we can be clear, they got over 100,000 subs. So, you know, I'm not talking about nobody that's been beefing with me. All right. They got over 200,000 subs, to be honest with you. They got a lot of subs. And they put out bad video after bad video after bad video after bad video. If you go to their channel, they got in the last 2 months, you probably find about 40 videos that is just factually incorrect that they never fixed. They never came back and retracted. They never did anything with. This channel does great. You want to know why this channel does great? Because this channel takes whatever the information is first and makes the video before anybody else makes the video. They don't care if the information is right or wrong. Channels like me, that if I don't put out the right information, I'm going to have a million people on my back because there's so many people that's trying to destroy the channel in the first place. So I have to make sure that I put out the best information that I can put out. I have to be as non-biased as possible. I'm just a pretty non-biased guy in the first place. I got to be as non-biased as possible, and I have to do an exemplary job while there's this one particular channel I'm not going to call out because I'm not even trying to bash them. At this point, the people that watch the channel vigorously have to know that the channel is constantly putting out bad information. And this channel does really, really well. Like I've looked at the stats on this channel before. This channel is, I'm not trying to talk about nobody's money, but this channel is doing extremely well. They put out bad information all the time. It's not even funny. So yes, getting the story out there first sometimes has precedence over getting the best information out. Because some people, they don't care. Some people just want to hear what the gossip is. They don't want to know what really happened. I'm not saying who I'm talking about. No, fake news is a real thing. Shout out to Donald Trump. He should have. I'm surprised he didn't try to coin that phrase. He ain't copyright that phrase or something. I try to bring the best facts that I can. I try to be as accurate as possible. That's all I could try to do. I mean, I know I'm not gonna be 100% right all the time. I know that, but I'll try to be as accurate as possible. Period. Later, Vix. Enjoy your day. Everybody say bye to Vic Star. Everybody wave the Vic Star. Later, Vix. No, fake news is a real thing, but Trump says fake news is anything that doesn't align with what his agendas is. Can we all wave the Vix? Show Vix how much we love her. This is gonna backfire because the people who support Trump, they don't care about the things that he's done that are incorrect. They still think that Obama's policies that is helping America is Trump's doing. So they don't care. You understand what I'm saying? So I expect Trump to get another term. Who they got that could beat him? Maybe Biden, but I don't think Biden can go head to head on him in a debate. Because Trump isn't going to debate the facts. Trump is just going to get into he's going to get into a flaming match. He's just going to start flaming Biden. Look how much everybody loves you, Vix. I think Bernie could beat him, but now Bernie is having health issues. He might have to pull out the race altogether if he didn't already. Trump won because there are. The change of conversation was flawless, Jack. Appreciate you. Trump won, right? Because of people not voting for their best interest. Period. Period. Think about what kind of economic boom would happen to one of these small towns, right? These smaller towns, if we were able to bring some of the industrial market back here, as far as the making of cell phones or sneakers or something like that. We were able to bring that back to America. The only way to bring that back to America is by raising the taxes that companies have to pay to import the goods. If you raise the taxes that the companies have to pay to import the goods, then that's less of a benefit for them to do business outside of the country. Now, if you raise that, but you also raise at a federal rate minimum wage, and you also put this it's not hard to do. It's difficult to do, but that's what I'm trying to explain. They're saying that the goods will be too expensive, but they're not going to be able to make the goods too expensive because then they won't be able to sell the goods. You feel me? Because people just aren't going to buy them. You feel me? They make the goods too expensive. Nobody's going to buy them. So they can't make the goods too expensive. First of all, they're making 500-600%, maybe a couple $1,000%. If you could, they're making sneakers for like $12 and selling them for a couple $100. They can still sell those same sneakers for a couple $100 and spend $40 to make the damn sneaker. And still, do you get what I'm saying? Anyway, we got to call this a wrap. We have an hour and a half in. We got to call this a wrap. Got some stuff that I'm supposed to be getting into today. Thank you. That's my point. That's my point, Supreme Duncan. I'm gonna let this go through, but I don't like the way that you phrased it, and I'm gonna read it. He says, "I hate Republicans, but Dems don't do anything for blacks." I can't argue that. They need to raise the import taxes. That's a fact. They need to raise the import taxes, and they need to give companies tax write-offs for having the actual factories in America. If they give companies tax write-offs for having the actual company in America, and then they could even go another step and give them a tax write-off for each individual item that they manufacture in America. That's going to bring jobs back to America. And it's also going to make it so they don't have to raise how much the item is sold to the public for. Hell, what they should do is the first 10 companies to bring back these type of businesses should get the highest amount of tax write-off. And then after a couple of people start doing it, more will follow. Dude, they build trucks in America. They build cars in America and sell those cars. And some of those cars are some of the most sold cars on the planet. There's no way in the world that we can't bring other manufacturing back to America. There's no way that this is a possibility. It's just a want has to be there. And this dude says you can't save a sinking ship. So everybody should just leave America, right? We should just say, fuck America. Every single American should just leave America. Later, Tyree Lynch, appreciate you. Every American should just be like, well, America's sinking. I'm going to Istanbul. And everybody just leave America. That's what we supposed to be doing. Who said that shit? That's what we supposed to be doing, humble reform? Everybody just say, yo, you know what? If we can't save a sinking ship, I'm out of here. I'm going to learn Spanish. Everybody just leave America. Oh, man. It is very expensive to manufacture in New York, in America, but that's why you got to give the company the tax write-off. You have to make it in their best interest because it's not about making money at that point. It's about bringing more jobs back to America. That's what we need to figure out how to do. Bring more jobs back to America, especially back to these small towns that lost the coal industry's dying, if not dead. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to bring jobs to these small towns. One of the ways that we could bring jobs to these small towns is to give companies tax write-offs to now start manufacturing in these small towns. Period. We have to figure out a way to make that happen. This is a fact. Because until we create a situation where poor black people, poor Caucasian people, poor Mexican people, poor Puerto Rican people, poor people in America just in general of every ethnicity aren't warring with each other over this little tiny space of land. A little tiny space. I'm trying to do something that don't look like a symbol, but it's what the hell? A little tiny space of land. Little tiny space of land, right? Little tiny economic growth. We're all fighting over the smallest improvements of economic growth. That's what we're all fighting over. So if we improve our brothers and sisters' living conditions in rural America, we improve our own conditions here in the inner city by osmosis. Yep, China has taken over world manufacturing. That's a fact. Later, Flower Bloom, appreciate you. That's what we have to figure out how to do. We have to figure out how to bring manufacturing back to America. But I don't think we're going to be able to get these companies to come back. So in reality, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to figure out how to grow American companies. We have to start really shopping America. We have to we're going to buy stuff from other countries that's manufactured in other countries. That's not going to stop. We're going to continue to do that. But we have to start shopping American. We have to start spending monies directly in our own communities. We have to start going to the mom and pop stores in our own communities. We have to start circulating our money in our own communities, and not just any mom and pop stores. You got any mom and pop stores that during the holiday seasons they're looking out for the community? Those are the places that you spend your money. If you got mom and pop stores that during the holiday season they got little giveaways and stuff like that for the people in the community, that's where you spend your money at. We got to start spending our money with us. And this is not a knock on anything happening. I'm still going to buy my Samsung Galaxy phones, and I'm still going to buy, if I like an LG TV, I'm still going to buy that. I like PlayStation. I'm still going to be buying PlayStation stuff. And my computer's a Samsung. I'm not trying to say we don't deal with other foreign competitors at all. I'm saying that we got to start spending a larger percentage of our income in our neighborhoods where we actually lay our heads. I like Bernie. Anyway, with that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.